What's up, Gwan Beauties? Welcome back. Today we're having singer Cheri Coco, and she's going to tell you something about something. First of all, I need to give a big shout out to you guys. My last video, my bikini haul, y'all really came out and supported, and I'm so happy. So that kind of gave me the motivation I needed to kind of like keep going, because like I was getting a little bit discouraged, because I'm like, I'm over here putting out fire content and ain't nobody watching it. But we gonna keep pushing. I have my goals for the year that I set in January, well, end of December, beginning of January, and I just pray my goals line up with God's plans and I'm able to not have to work a 9 to 5. So let's go ahead and get started. So this probably has to be one monumental disappointment of 2018. This is it's high up there on the list. Like probably a good, like sitting at a strong number 4, number 3. So boom. If y'all know anything about me, you know that I love black people. I love black people. I love my Afro-Caribbeans. I love my Afro-Latinos. I love my Africans, and I love my African Americans. If you know me, you know I love blacks across the board. I try and do my best to support my sisters, my brothers. Sometimes y'all prices be a little bit high, so I had to go to China, or you know, outsource it, but I try and do what I can. So because of the nature of my occupation right now, I am a pharmacy technician, and like patients see your hands a lot. You have to point to a lot of things. Like basically your hands are in their face a lot. So I will get my nails done so that my hands weren't just looking atrocious, you know, because sometimes like you wash your hands periodically through the day because you do work with different medications and you do work with money, and sometimes you're switching back and forth, so you do have to wash your hands, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes your hands be ashy and you don't want them looking nubby and ashy. So at least if you have your nails done, if they ashy, it's all right. Okay, that's some tea for your ass. There was this girl from my high school. Well, I knew that she went to my high school. I didn't know her when I was in high school, but I knew of her. One of my friends from high school, who I was actually real cool with her, she posted that she had got her nails done. They were super cute. The shape was on point, because sometimes people go into these nail salons and they don't know how to get the shape right. So her shape was on point, everything was on point. I was like, yo, who is this girl? So I click on her page. I see that she's someone that I knew from high school. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm definitely going to give her business. Number one, we went to the same high school, although we never spoke. Like we do come from the same backing. So that's number one, why I'm supporting you. Number two, you're a black woman out here trying to make it. Like, do I need to list anything else? You know, so I tested the waters. I set up an appointment with her. There were some unprofessional things that happened, but at the end of the day, I got my nails done and I really liked them. So I kept going, and I was like, you know what, from now on, I'm not putting I'm not putting my money anywhere else except for into her business as it pertains to my nails. So that was my little contribution to the Black Empire. So basically, like I said, I have been going to her consistently. I think I was going once a month. I believe I was going once a month. So once a month I will go to her, spend my money, and tip her. Mind you, like I said, I am a broke college student, and I wasn't tipping her no 5. I wasn't tipping her no 10. I was tipping her 10 and above, because in my heart, like I always feel compelled to give what's in my heart. This girl didn't stay close to me. She was a good 25-minute drive, but I would make the drive. It was what it was. Everybody who asked me about, oh, who did your nails, I would always recommend her promotions. I will repost them on my Instagram. Like, I was really supporting mama, you know, I was really out here supporting her. So Basically she did, the last time that I went and saw her was in August of last year, of 2018. And she did my nails for my trip for Miami, and they were cute. You know, I had got to her last minute. She slid me in, and I tipped her $20 on top of what I paid for my nails, right? So I tipped her, right? Oh, well, I paid her, and it was my first time, I believe it's like my second time using Cash App. So I paid her through Cash App because she didn't have her card reader anymore, so something, I don't remember. But I sent the money, and I was like, oh, did you get it? And she's like, no, I didn't get the, so I did the whole process again, and I sent the money. So I wasn't until I had came back from Miami that I realized I had actually paid her for the, because I paid her my deposit. I paid her for the service, the full service, and then I tipped her 20. So I essentially paid her $200 that day because the nails were $55. I paid her $75, and then I paid her another $75. So I gave this lady $150, and she didn't tell me. And this is the thing, like because this was my first time using Cash App. I think I had sent money once. I had never received money on Cash App, so I didn't know that, you know, you get a little confirmation message, whatever. And we were doing it, like, we were still at the table where she was doing my nails, and she was looking at her phone, I was looking at my phone. Like, she got 2 notifications. Anyway, long story short, she didn't let me know that I paid her twice. I ended up finding out when I got back from Miami. I was in Miami for about 4 days, and when I came back, I messaged her. Honestly, I had so much faith in this woman. Like, I was like, oh, this is an easy fix, you know? Like, she's gonna see that I paid her twice on her recent history, send my money back, and we're gonna keep it pushing, and I'm gonna continue giving her my business. I didn't think that it would get to this magnitude where I would be sitting in my house upset with this woman. The thing about it is, that was $75 that you would have sent back to me. So I would have continued going back to you once a month. So instead of for you to collect, let me see what that money is. This is the problem with black people, man. Instead of for you to collect $900 from me, you would rather steal $900 that I'm giving you. Like, I have free will. I'm choosing to give you this money. Instead of you sending me back my money and collecting $900 from me, that's 75 times 12. You would rather steal $75. Let's go ahead and check the loss. You've lost $825 in that instance. Just for you being dishonest. Just for you thieving. Just for you thinking that you finessing somebody. No, sweetie. The only person who you finesse is your own stupid brain. Like, that's the only person you're finessing right now. That's the only person who you're playing right now. You're playing yourself. And we're gonna get to that, but let me just read out the messages. And I think I'm gonna put them, I'm gonna insert them here. I'm gonna take out her name and everything, because I'm not here to bash. I'm here to spread a message. So if I said, hey girl, I was checking my Cash App and it looks like I paid you twice last time. So like I said, I didn't know how Cash App worked. I didn't know that she could see in her recent history that I paid her twice. So I sent her a screenshot of my Cash App where I had paid her twice on August 14th. So she's like, for real, I never noticed. Let me go see. This is August 31st at 4:12 p.m. August 31st at 6:09 p.m. I'm like, yeah, let me know if it went through, because she never responded. I figured she was busy, but you know, I still sent her a message, kind of like not being pushy, but just to let her know that I'm still here type of thing. August 31st at 7:45. She's like, okay, I'm about to go look as soon as I'm done. So I'm assuming that she's finishing up a client. No response. September 7th, 1:47 p.m. Hey, you never got back to me. She's like, when? Then I guess she's trying to act like her man, because her dude used to be around while she was doing nails. So I guess she's trying to act like he was using her phone. So he says in second person, I think it was her talking in second. So he says, but I really think it was her talking in second person. Once she's finished, I'll tell her to text you, I said. And that's like right immediately after I sent my message. So I said on September 7th at 10:29 p.m. still haven't gotten a response. I said, okay, I'll be waiting. Once again, just waving my friendly little hand like, hey, I'm not mad, but I'm still here. On September 8th at 8:32 a.m. I sent her a notice of my bank account showing that I paid her twice. So I sent underneath that, here is a copy of my bank account statement. I initially messaged you about this on August 31st. It is now September 8th. I thought this would be an easy resolve, but I never seem to get conclusive answers. I honestly enjoy your services. You do an amazing job. I don't know if you feel as though I'm trying to steal your money. But I am a college student, so every penny counts. I hope this can be resolved today. Thanks in advance. So she messaged me back. I've been booked all day for the past couple days and I haven't been able to go look for the transaction. I will do my best to get on it today. September 10th, 2 days later, I text her back. Still haven't heard from you. September 12th, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. You told me you were gonna check everything. It's now been 4 days since the last response. No response. Oh. There's a lot of ways I could have resolved this issue. I could have blasted her on social media. I could have harassed her phone. I could have, like, there's so many avenues. I could have went up to her house and pulled up on her. Like, there's so many different avenues of resolve I could have taken. However, the type of path that I'm taking, the type of success that I'm going to be reaching in my very near future, that's not the way that my future self would handle a situation like this. So my whole thing was like, I wanted to give her the opportunity to make things right. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give her the opportunity to make things right so that I could feel like okay continuing to support her, because at the end of the day, I just wanted to support you. Like, I could have got my nails done 5 minutes away from my house. I'm driving 25 minutes to come and get my nails done. And it's not even a professional environment that I'm entering in. Her setup was completely unprofessional. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And this is why a lot of people stray away from Black businesses, because of stuff like this. Stuff like this. You went and stole $150 from me, when, like I said in the beginning, you would have got that return. You would have got that return in 1 year, $900. $900. You would have got that times 12. But instead, like, you're thinking about the now. You're thinking about, I want to keep this money, or I need this money, or I've already spent. Like, whatever the case was, you were only thinking about that day, today, instead of thinking about the future. So $900, let's say you even, like, as I'm making it, I'm gonna continue to tip you more and more and more and more. You feel what I'm saying? So that 900 could quickly escalate, because as I'm progressing in life, every day that I wake up, I'm one step closer to my future. Every day that I wake up, I'm progressing. So it's like, as I'm progressing, I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing my due diligence and giving back to you, you know, something that's what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm making sure I'm giving back something that's proportional to my success. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, as I progress, so will the money that I give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna keep paying you the little small change. As I'm moving forward, and I see that you're a good woman, and I see that you're a hard worker, and I see that you're about your business, and I see that you're another Black woman, another Black queen, just trying to make a name for herself. Like, I'm gonna be supporting that. But that's not what I got. You know, I got a thief. I got a liar. I got someone who went ghost on me. All because I was trying to support you. Like, I could have saved that gas money, sweetheart. Like, we're not including the gas that I was spending to drive back and forth. Like, that was like a third of a tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's somebody playing music. and it sounds really, really close. Like, all in all, I get so weary, and I hate saying this, but it's like you have to be careful where you do your business. And it sucks that it was just another example of why people are afraid, or people just don't even care to support Black business. Am I still going to continue to support Black business? Yes, 1000%. In any way and any shape I know how. If I see that you out here on YouTube and you doing good for yourself, and you trying to make a name, I'm gonna subscribe. Like, a simple example of this is just like what people do on YouTube. If they see you, they like your content, like they might subscribe. But in order to give you that extra boost, you know, in order to show you that they're supporting you, they may turn on their bell notifications, you know, like stuff like that. You know, it makes a difference in your community. But you know, it's just really unfortunate that this girl, I gave this girl plenty of opportunities to fix the situation. Instead, she was holding on to that money way too tight. Her nails didn't last that long. They looked cute. They lasted like approximately, like every time I got my nails done, they were like 1 day shy of the 2-week mark, and then they just start popping off. And I could keep my nails for a minute, as far as I'm like careful, and I would be careful with her nails, and they would just like start popping off right at that 13-day mark. Pop 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 pop. So I mean, they weren't the best, but that wasn't the point, you know. I mean, it was the point, but it wasn't the point, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shape looked nice when I got them done. They didn't last long, but that was okay with me, you know. She's gonna get better as time goes, is what was my idea. And you know, she has gotten better. Her clientele has grown. Her Instagram followers and her support base has grown. But I'm not on that wagon anymore, and it kind of disappoints me. But at the same time, you know, she had the opportunity to do what was right, and she chose not to. So I just have to choose to leave her like the last place that I left her, and just not look back. Would I give her business again? No. Definitely not. And when people tell me that they're going to her, I just tell them to be careful be careful with your transactions or with your Cash App payment, that you're not sending it twice, because she will not send it back. She won't. If you paid her with a 5, if you paid her with a 20 instead of a 5, she would not open her mouth and say anything. And like, I don't know, like, I truly believe that blessings are recycled over and over again. And the moment that you do something to stop that blessing, you're cutting that lifeline off, that specific lifeline. I'm not saying all lifelines. I'm not the key to her success, but I do know that I wanted to invest in her business, and I wanted to see her grow. All right, good people. So that's going to conclude this video. I hope that y'all did receive something from this story time. For all you Black people out here, make sure you share this video with all your friends, family, uncle, aunties, Black entrepreneurs, your friend, your baby daddy, your baby mama, whoever, your nail technician. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them all down below in the comment section. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you are subscribing. What do you do? Subscribe. Like that you are having an amazing day. And if it's not amazing right now, go ahead and turn it around and make sure it's productive as well. Anyway, guys, it's Cheri Coco. I'm outie. Mwah.